You will hear so much about reflection in your IB studies that it can sometimes feel like you're trapped in a hall of mirrors. Reflections, reflecting upon reflections. So why are they so important? Reflection is right at the heart of IB philosophy, as it is the key to experiential learning. Reflecting is how we can process and understand what has happened and convert an experience into learning, and thus personal growth. It is seriously no understatement to say that if you can conquer reflections and the art of reflective thinking as a young adult, you'll be set for life. There is nothing you can throw at a truly reflective person that can destabilize them. Here is a list of some of the skills reflection can and should lead to. Better understanding of your strengths, weaknesses, and areas for improvement. Decision-making and problem-solving skills. Identifying your values and beliefs and those of others, considering and acting upon feedback, making more sense of your experiences and how they shape your actions, challenging assumptions on which you base your ideas, choices, and actions, applying skills learned from one situation to another, making links between CAS experiences and other IB subjects, and better understanding of yourself and those you interact with. They are basically superpowers for us mortals. Although it is an essential component of CAS, there is no right or wrong way to go about it, and we will try to help you find the best form of reflection for you. However you choose to reflect, you should be doing it before, during, and after every CAS experience you have. On CAS trips, for example, we ask participating students to take one activity in their itinerary and do a pre-trip reflection, asking themselves probing questions about their expectations, prejudices, and challenges. A great framework for these questions are the 7 learning outcomes themselves. For example, Learning Outcome 1 asks, which challenges do you think this activity will present? Which skills could you develop as a result? And Learning Outcome 6 asks, which issues of global significance could this activity engage you with? Additionally, during the activity, you should consistently be analyzing the situation and questioning your actions and your reactions. Again, using the 7 learning outcomes, Learning Outcome 7 asks, are my ethics being tested by my choices and actions right now? And finally, once you have completed the activity, it is time to look back and contemplate what happened, why, and how you would do it better. For this, we encourage participating students to look at their pre-trip reflection and compare their documented expectations to the realities that they faced. You will be surprised how this simple formula of reflection before, during, and after an activity can be so effective. You can also find some awesome CAS Trip student reflections as additional examples on our website link in the description for you to use. Meaningful reflections should go beyond a superficial description of the experience to actually question what happened and, most importantly, why. Focus on the quality, not the quantity of your reflections, and experiment with mediums until you find one that really suits you. You can blog, vlog, dance, sing, perform, write, podcast, photograph, write a poster, create a PowerPoint. The creative channels are endless, and don't forget that group reflections can also be a powerful and thought-provoking format as well. When reflecting, begin by remembering to ask yourself if the experience is creativity, activity, or service. Remember, it can be more than one. Before the activity, consider your expectations of the experience and select at least one of the 7 learning outcomes that you feel you will tackle. How and why do you feel you will engage in this learning outcome? Next, during the activity, try to remember to constantly analyze what is happening and don't forget to document it with your evidence. And afterwards, you'll want to revisit your before reflection and ask yourself if the reality of the experience met your expectations. Why did or didn't it? Ask yourself probing questions and try to frame them within the 7 learning outcomes. What were you thinking and feeling? How did this activity require you to demonstrate perseverance or commitment? what was good and bad about the experience, and what skills have you developed and how could you have done this differently. For many people, reflection doesn't come naturally. Like any skill, it takes time and effort to work on until you are comfortable and efficient. But keep at it. The payoffs are huge. Don't look at this as an obligation you need to achieve to pass your diploma. Look at it as an incredibly valuable and enriching life skill, because that is what it means to be able to be truly reflective.